Welcome to Press Play again. 2 roommates, 1 remote. I don't know why I was about to say rewatch, and it hung up.
I did.
I already have had so many tongue twister moments tonight. I hope this doesn't go south. Okay. Here we go. Stupid giggle box is going to get turned over. Okay. Welcome to Press Play again. 2 roommates, 1 remote. The Rewatch podcast where we dive back into the shows and movies we couldn't stop talking about in college and probably still can't. We're your hosts, Anna and Megan. 2 roommates with 1 remote, ready to laugh, debate, and maybe get a little too nostalgic as we revisit the classics and discover a few new favorites along the way. So grab your popcorn, press play, and hang out with us as we rewind it all, episode by episode, movie by movie. I still did it.
Okay, so the synopsis for episode 16.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful what you wish for.
Ooh.
On Dawson's 16th birthday, he, Pacey, and Andie follow her therapist's advice and throw themselves into an unabashed night of recklessness, where both Dawson and Andie get drunk at the jazz club and end up on stage singing the blues. Meanwhile, at the Leary house, Joey is organizing a surprise party for Dawson, but the longer the guest of honor is a no-show, the more she is subject to surprises of her own. Abby and 2 of her girlfriends, who we've never seen before,
Correct.
crash the party and taunt Jack over his recent coming out. Jen and Ty finally face up to their potentially irreconcilable differences, in which they break up for good. Also, Gail and Mitch come to decisions about how to raise their son in light of their divorce. This episode aired on March 3rd, 1999. It has a popularity rating of 15 out of 128 and an IMDb user rating of 23 out of 128.
What was the first number, though?
15.
15. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that.
It was a pretty high-ranked episode.
Well, there was a lot of funny moments.
There
were painful moments.
So, okay, but part of the painful ones were kind of, they went together with the funny.
Yeah, unhinged.
Yeah. This one was all about Dawson's birthday, I will say. And Dawson was, the whole episode started with him in a mood because everyone else at 16 years old seems to be moving on with their lives or whatever. But, okay, cry me a river, Dawson. But I will say, have we not all had those thoughts before? I didn't have them at 16. I have them now more so than at 16. But I get what he's saying. I can relate to that.
Yeah, that part, some of us, that just never goes away.
Yeah.
It's
not just birthdays that I have those thoughts and feelings.
It can be a day-to-day thing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, an hour by hour thing too. No, he puts too much pressure on himself. He also, and I can be guilty of this, in a moment where you're just so perplexed by what you are so fixated on, and that's him feeling like he's not making the same amount of progress as everyone around him is. That's a headspace that can be hard to get out of. But look at the fact that he just filmed his second movie, and there's so many big things that he's forgetting he's done in the name of comparison, and that is the biggest thief of joy and everything.
We all do that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's when you're in the middle of it, you can't see all of your own accomplishments or all of your own good things that are happening for you. Other people can see it because they're looking from the outside, but you're constantly comparing to other people around you.
Right.
I have dealt with that a lot. I will say there was one year teaching at a not the school here in Alabama, but there was one teacher on my hallway that I just thought she was basically perfect. Obviously, I know she wasn't, but she was like the kindest human being. Literally the sweetest person. Phenomenal teacher. everybody loved her. Kids loved her. Now, I knew, like deep down, I knew that my kids loved me, and I can be really proud of that.
Right.
But it's like this, once comparison gets its little foothold in there,
Yes.
it's hard to get it out, and you just constantly, I was, not you, I was in a cycle of just like constantly comparing myself to this one other person, and like, and she taught the grade below me, so it's like her kids would come to me next. So it's like a cycle. It never ended. And I get what Dawson is saying, and how we can look at other people and how it seems like they have it all together, and they've got this, and they seem to be moving on in this area while I'm still stuck here. But really, it is a thief, like you said, because really what happens is those people, or people we often compare ourselves to, are looking at us and having some of the same thoughts.
Right. It's tough. I mean, I do remember being, it was either late middle school or early high school, at one of our winter retreats for the youth group, and I remember that being a topic that was discussed by the speaker. And I mean, I felt plagued by some of those thoughts even back then. But I mean, it's still something I deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah, same.
And it's hard. It's even worse now, I feel like, because of the fact that we have social media and so much stuff goes viral, and then that's like what everybody compares everything to. That's not the standard. And we've all heard the whole, like, whatever's on social media is just somebody else's highlight reel, right? We know.
You can know it. It still doesn't mean that you can fully make those other feelings
here's
go
the
away.
thing. You put your own best foot forward when you're making a post. I mean, it's all fluff. And
even when you're putting the real raw version, and I want people to see the real, it's still curated. It's still what you are still wanting to show,
or that you're willing to put out there.
It's still curated for an audience,
right? But at the same time, trying to remind yourself to not be totally paralyzed by comparison, that's a whole nother animal.
Yeah. I did a Bible study with teenagers one time on combating comparison in the lives of the enemy. And it was in Genesis with Rachel and Leah, the two sisters who compared each other, and because Jacob wanted one and not the other, and all of this, but the one he didn't want was actually the one who was giving him what he wanted. All this is really great. It's very scandalous. The Bible is very scandalous.
Oh yes, it is.
But I'm doing this study as an adult with teenagers, and yet every lesson was like, let me just tell y'all, I dealt with this today.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't go away. It has no age limit whatsoever, and you don't ever arrive to where it goes away.
It's not like a video game. You don't complete this level and then don't have to deal with it again. It's not like a test in school. Like some things, you move on from that and you don't have to come back to it. It's not like that. In many ways, life is a lot like math, and all the different variations of math just are mathing all the time.
I love math.
I do too. But anyway.
But okay, so that's the serious nature of this episode a little bit, and like what Dawson's dealing with. Now let's move past that, because the rest of it was hilarious.
Yes. Some of it was cringy, creepy.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Does not take away from that whatsoever. But before we move on from the opening
laughed a lot
scene,
in this one.
We laughed a lot. I think this was one of the funniest ones overall.
Yes. Dawson was at his peak funniest.
James Vanderbeek, this was it. This was his best performance, in my opinion, because I think acting drunk would be so hard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you don't want to overdo it.
Right.
But also, had he ever been drunk in real life? Like, how did he know how he should even be acting at that point?
That's a good question.
So, but
it could even just be his perception of
Yeah.
what he thinks
I have
it should
heard
be like.
I have heard different actors talk about like how you should play it.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you think you're going too big, you are going too big. You don't want to play drunk. You just kind of, your body's
Right.
a little looser and your speech is just a little slower. Like, I've heard them talk about it. It would be so hard though, I think. And this was perfect because it was over the top. But it's like, because he was already in this mindset of like, my life sucks and I'm turning 16 and
The
all
blues.
this. Yeah. It just made it that much better.
Right.
And then Andie on top of that. Okay, before we get to Andie, I gotta say, there were so many lines in this episode that I loved, but from the get-go, when Dawson is telling Pacey everybody's moving forward and he's naming all the people moving forward, and then he gets to Jen and he says, Jen, well, she's moving, not moving forward, but she's moving.
She's making progress. Yes.
It just was so funny.
I know. I mean, I made a note. Dawson is pretty funny in the opening scene.
Even when it could go to the side of like, God, Dawson, get over it. We've gone over this before.
Or just shut up.
It's funny. Even his crash out later in the episode, that was cringy, but it was funny. I was cracking.
Oh, that was
a crash out.
That was brutal to watch.
It was.
And listen to.
It was.
I mean, that was so unhinged. Just the whole drunken words or sober thoughts, just totally unfiltered.
Up at
yes,
it, because she's drunk too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And she's embracing her whole moment of a prescribed night of imperfection.
Okay, we have to get to this point though. So it is Dawson's 16th birthday. He's whining and complaining because everybody's moving forward. Okay, so finds out Joey's planning him a surprise party and Pacey's going to help get him out of the house so that she can get it set up. Pacey and Andie are in charge of taking him out to distract him.
Pacey's driving the
cop car.
Yes, the police car.
Okay. And Andie goes to therapy, and her therapist does say, you need a night of imperfection. Just do whatever you feel like doing in that moment. The therapist must be a local Wilmington actress because she's also in Winter Hill.
Okay, cool.
She's one of the basketball moms who's mean to Karen in the first season.
Yes.
And she's been in other things, but yeah. So they're in the cop car, and when she pipes up and says, "This is my first time in the backseat of a cop car.
I've always wanted to ride in the backseat of a cop car."
Have you ever been in the backseat of a cop car?
Yeah.
I mean, me too.
Well, my dad was in law enforcement years ago. For one thing, he picked us up a couple of times at school. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
My friend's dad is a cop, and so he picked us up at Walmart or something one time, and we rode around in the back seat. It's so uncomfortable, actually, and it was just a regular patrol car. So yeah, been in the back seat. It was very innocent though. I've never been arrested and put in the back seat though. I will say that.
No.
But Andie is so funny. I even said like how she's acting. You would have thought she like took an edible gummy or something beforehand, because she was.
I need whatever she's on tonight, because
she was having the best night ever.
Yes, she was just letting her inhibitions go.
Goosey.
Yes.
And Pacey is the one who's like, how did I get stuck between Goofy McGoof back here and Eeyore over here to my right in the passenger seat? Because Dawson is in a terrible mood.
Yes, and complaining about being a third wheel to his best friend and his girlfriend on his 16th birthday. Oh, boo-hoo.
When Pacey continues to call her sweetie
and
dear, it cracks me up, because it's not an endearing name that he's using.
It's slightly
in this
condescending. I mean,
but he's talking to
she's just rolling with it,
and then she goes, "Stop the car!" Yeah.
He says, "What did we hit?" I just saw something cool back there. Cool place. So they run into the jazz place.
What did he say? Could your night of impulsivity.
Yes.
Not kill us.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, it's so funny. So they end up at the jazz club,
Mm-hmm.
and Pacey, he compliments her on her little red dress and how pretty she looks, but all we could notice was her body glitter.
Yes, it looked like she had just slathered herself in the Bath and Body Works roll-on chunky glitter.
Yes, yes.
But
it was awesome.
There's no way that was actually the roll-on glitter though, because some of those pieces were so big and literally chunky that would have never come out of the roller. It wasn't just
shimmery, glittery. That
this was like painted on glitter.
It was so much though.
Yes, yes. It, like you said when we were watching it, it's like you put it on in the wrong lighting. I thought she didn't have enough on. And then you get it, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
she looked dirty. Like, when the light hits the right way, she looked like she had dirt on her.
Yes.
Yeah, but she was feeling herself, with her little tight curls and her body glitter. You know what, Andie?
Hey, you do
her
you, girlfriend.
Red dress. Yes. You got you a cute boyfriend. Have fun.
Honestly, we all need to, like, set aside some time and give ourselves a night or an opportunity to just fully let loose and just embrace the moment. I feel like everyone needs to be prescribed a night like that.
A prescription of body glitter and rum and coke.
Yes. Well,
maybe the splat of
no shh. but
oh my gosh.
Oh, that was good. That was really good.
This was a funny episode.
It was.
Like, lighthearted.
Yes.
While still, like, balancing the annoyance of Pacey with it. Yes. And then the seriousness that Jack is still dealing with this, but it wasn't like heavy seriousness of Jack's situation.
Right.
There was still some comedy to that.
There was. But I mean, let's just at least acknowledge really quickly Dawson and Andie's freestyle.
My gosh.
On the open mic night.
They have, for
the Blues.
To get them up there, though, Pacey goes to the bathroom. They sneak. He doesn't realize that they have now ordered alcohol from the bartender that we know does not check IDs, because this happened in the last episode. But they get rum and coke. And so they have now had 5 at this point when they ask for another one.
That's what they say,
but Pacey says,
and they're doubles.
Yes, Pacey says, y'all are drinking so much coke tonight. It was,
how many of those are y'all gonna down?
They get up there for open mic night, and it is
all hanging out. They are letting loose, and it starts with Dawson just airing out all the laundry in freestyle blues form. And it is uncomfortable, unhinged, and hilarious all at the same time. And then Andie, who is awkwardly, not rhythmically dancing in the background.
She's like doing a mix of the Carlton.
I know. Like, too many things. It's no. Then it's her turn.
Well, and he says something about, she left me for a guy who comes out as gay, who happens to be gay. And then Andie says,
turned out to be gay.
And Andie says, the guy that turned out to be gay is my brother.
Yes. Yes.
And then she talks about, then she has a brother who died and her daddy left her.
Yes. Her daddy ran away.
Her daddy ran away. Her boyfriend's name is Pacey. And her mom turned out to be crazy.
Yes.
Like, whoa.
I mean,
every time the camera flashes back to Pacey, he is mortified.
Yes.
He's embarrassed, he's mortified, and he's thinking, what the heck are we doing right now? And then Dawson drops the bomb that he knows there's a surprise party at his house for him. And
they're going to be showing up late.
It is just really funny.
It was. It was very well done, too. Like, that could have been, just to be honest, if that had not been done just right, that would have been a total flop.
Yeah.
But it was done just right. It really was. But that was hilarious.
It was like a perfect mix of cringe and awkwardness, but hilariousness and
too truthful.
It was. And it was It was funny, but what happens next is they try to order another drink with just a splash, no of Coke. And the waitress asks for their ID, which she should have done, as Andie says, 5 drinks ago. And she starts threatening the waitress and saying they're going to get their liquor license taken away because her boyfriend's dad is the town sheriff.
Right.
Because they're 16.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And Pacey is practically picking her up and
He's
taking her out of there,
trying.
as he should. It's like,
yeah, oh yeah,
stop while you're ahead, please.
Yeah. They head back to the house for the surprise party, and they go in just still having them a blast.
He walks in and says, surprise.
Well, they're late too.
Yes.
And then Joey comes out like, what? She asked Pacey, where have y'all been? What is
right?
And he's exasperated at this point.
Yes.
Like, he's done. He's ready to be done with
We're
it.
here.
Honestly, if Pacey could have, he probably would have dropped him off and left.
Yes.
But he's not going to do that to Andie. So Joey looks at him and says, are they drunk? And he says,
yeah.
Yep. It just, everything between each of the characters, it really was funny to me.
Yeah.
All the little things, and even Pacey and Joey at the ice house when they're planning this together, and he even takes the time and he checks on her because of all the stuff with Jack. I thought it was sweet. It was just really good. It showed different aspects of all their friendships. But this is when Dawson crashes out.
Oh God.
Well, she tries to take him upstairs to get him out of the downstairs before his parents see him.
Yeah, and to get him to drink some coffee.
And they walk in on Jack and Abby, which we will go back to because my other favorite line was Jack at the ice house to Abby.
Oh, yes.
But Abby this whole time has been just coming on to him aggressively.
She's throwing her. It's beyond throwing herself at him. It's a bad look.
Now that he's gay, she finds him attractive.
Well, he's also changed his look.
Yes.
Which I made a note. It put Jack's new
gay,
look.
you get style.
I know. That was a little too far. But I tried to draw the eyes emoji at Jack's new look. Yeah, she's atrocious.
She's just trying to see if she can get what she wants, basically.
Right. And I was conflicted, truthfully, about some of this because I feel Joey when she walks in and he's been dating her only to come out of the closet to then suddenly end up in Dawson's room smooching on Abby. I almost called her what he called her. And it's a big slap in the face. And that could have had its own set of mental complexes that would come along with it, that I wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
That, and we know that at the end of the episode, the two of them end up talking and he tells her that he's never been more sure than he is now. Which, you still did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, and I don't think that I would have these thoughts at 16, but now I'm looking at it going, Jack is he's still just fighting it and struggling.
And
he just doesn't want to be the outcast.
Right.
Yeah. But I
didn't appreciate, though, and I may be jumping ahead, I did not appreciate his comment to Joey saying that whatever Abby was saying to him made him feel like he was normal or something like that. Like, what about her trying to convince you to be bi or to swing both ways? What about her telling you that you look better now that you're gay than you did when you were presumably straight? What about any of the things that she said to him were something more that he wanted that he wasn't getting somewhere else, in a way that, like, she was so ugly and derogatory and too forward in a way that was really icky. So what did you want? Did you want girls throwing themselves at you? Do you follow me at all? Like, that to me was, I didn't appreciate that line.
Well, in the beginning, when they first come up at the ice house, and she says, "You
Mm-hmm.
look good," or whatever she says, and he says, "I'd take that as a compliment if it wasn't coming from Satan."
Right.
Hilarious. I loved it.
Talking about Abby.
But it's like, what changed? Why did she just wear you down?
I don't know. I don't know. It
I
was
think
weird.
he just doesn't. He still doesn't fully want to accept it. I think by the end of
guess.
this episode, he does accept it more, but it's like he's just trying to do anything to see, was this just a one-off thing, or do I really have these feelings?
But that still feels like a slap in the face of Joey.
It does.
And
does.
you know, even his whole little thing about, you know, that there was something you just said a second ago that made me think of
Satan.
no, that is the
He's
truth.
confused. I don't know.
No, maybe I just lost my train of thought. But I don't know. I'm just wrestling with him and the way. Oh, that when they're having their conversation at the end, and she's like, so, you know, you've got people that are accepting of you and supporting you. What, you wanted people that weren't gonna support you, or that, you know, basically completely cast you out? Because he says at some point that he basically identifies with Abby as being an outcast.
Yeah.
And I hate that, because how can you, your little friend group here has never made you feel like an outcast on purpose. I mean,
his sister did more than anybody.
Right. Dawson and him, that's a whole other story
Yeah.
too. But I mean, Pacey has gone above and beyond.
Yes. But I think that it's not just that he feels like other people are making him. He truly feels, because he's different. Like those
Right.
girls were saying at the ice house, I've never known anybody who's gay.
Right.
So he just feels so different. He is the only one. That is what the outcast part is. But she does tell him, like, don't take that for granted. We are here and we
Right.
support you. And that's not nothing.
No, correct. That's my point. Like,
Yes.
he's viewing all this from the completely wrong angle, in my opinion.
Well, it's kind of like we were saying in the beginning with the comparison. When you're in it, you can't see past.
I get
but
that,
other people,
but
so like he can't see. He's looking at it from the perspective of, I'm different. Everybody's going to look at me differently. But they're looking at it going, we're here, Jack, and we have not changed our opinion of you.
Right. And I guess that
He just
because
can't see past that.
they don't, I guess in his perception of how they treat him, he doesn't, like, he himself identifies as an outcast, and they don't make him feel that way. So I guess that he's just looking for, or has been in some twisted way, needing or seeking that feeling to be validated on some level. Do you follow me at all? I don't know. That's getting a little too deep, I know, but it just,
that was the heaviest part of this episode, was still dealing with Jack's stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like some of the Gail and Mitch stuff could be potentially a little bit heavy. It's getting redundant, truly.
He has such a complex. I'm just over it. Like, her buying him the car, Dawson the car, Mitch didn't get a say in it. Well, Mitch, you didn't contribute any money.
I'm sorry, but Dawson calls you out in his total crash out moment for just
talking about getting a job and never getting a job. Dawson's crash out, while it's uncomfortable in ways, and the thing with Joey, it was so uncomfortable.
That was almost hatefully hurtful.
It was bad. His crash out on Jack was funny.
Yeah.
What he said to his mom, disrespectful. Like, yes, she did this, but we've moved past it. Why was it still the one thing that keeps being brought up against her?
Right. We don't need two Mitches in this situation.
Yeah, to think of his dad, true, valid. Yes, we're all thinking it.
Too far when he came to Jen.
Yes, but she kind of took it as a compliment.
She did.
When he says, I want to party with you, and she's like, it's like, she's just in the corner minding her business.
Trying. I feel like she was just, all eyes are on me, and I'm going to try to make a better face than just, poor Joey is
now, what he says to Pacey,
I did not appreciate that either.
Not at all. Not at all. But we've seen this already with him. He does
Yeah.
not deal well when he is not the center of attention.
Or if he feels like his life is worse than
Yes.
somebody else. Again, comparison.
It's like, have you ever seen the movie The Duff?
No, but I know which one you're talking about.
Designated Ugly Fat
Yeah.
Friend? Okay. This is the same concept where you
Mhm.
keep somebody in your life.
To
You can
make you feel better
truly
about
enjoy
yours.
them and they can truly be your friend, but you still somewhere on some level know that you're better or you are superior in some way or another. And I
Yeah.
do feel like that is what it is with Dawson and Pacey. It has been, at least.
Yes, I hate it.
I do too.
It makes me think back to, I think it's the Breakfast Club episode where they end up in detention.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't that the one where
the Oompa Loompa comment?
yes, and they get in the fight
He
in
throws the basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that moment playing out in a different
Yeah.
situation and or scenario, and it's a bad look on
Mhm.
Dawson.
It is.
And the fact that he truly feels that way,
Instead of being proud of your friend, which I do think there is. I mean, he has said that he's proud of him. Because what I'm learning within myself is that multiple emotions can coexist.
mm-hmm.
So I do think that he is proud of his friend,
Oh sure,
but he doesn't want what Pacey is doing to better himself to overshadow Dawson, him.
mm-hmm.
And so, like, while he's proud of his friend, it's like, okay, but I need you to still stay in your box where I can just be proud of the one-off A that you get, or this one time that you do this. But when it becomes a constant thing, and this is a whole transformation, as he says, that's where Dawson gets uncomfortable because this is where he's starting. I mean, this his whole crash out of the entire episode is like everybody is moving on to something different except for me. Well,
Right.
Dawson, he's looking at it that way because he's known since the time he left the womb and entered into the world what he wants to do and what his life's passion is. So it's starting to feel insignificant while all his friends are figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just be proud of who you are. You can all support each other.
Right. There is a way to still feel like you're not moving in life as fast or as forward as you'd like to, and yet still championing your friends that are making really good, progress in their own lives.
We each have respective friends who are married with children.
Mm-hmm.
We are not.
Mm-hmm.
We're not bitter and hateful to those friends, though.
It's a whole deal with trying to come to a place of acceptance of yourself and who you are, even if it's just in that exact moment that you're sitting in.
Yeah, the hour, the minute,
the whole, just right where you are in the present.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find a place to just get comfortable enough to just accept it, you don't have to like it, you don't have to be happy about it, but just accept it, so that you aren't, like you said, bitter or wishing ill or just, I don't know, that borderlines on a character flaw.
Yeah. Well, this ugly competition, this invisible competition, honestly, between that Pacey hasn't even brought into the equation. It's Dawson who is, but this competition has no place in a true friendship.
No.
Anyways, but I think this is just a crash out of Dawson because he doesn't know how to. There's just a lot of things that he doesn't know how to.
He doesn't know how to. He also doesn't know how to handle himself inebriated.
No, but first time.
Yes, and he is just putting it all out there.
Yes, he is. And he goes around the entire room. Andie's the only one that was spared, and that's just because she was in the same state as him.
Yes, but I did get a little bit tickled at Pacey when Dawson begins. Pacey kind of pulls her in, like, as if to just anchor her down, like, don't even think about it.
Yeah. Because she was like bouncing almost. Like, if she could have,
she was there for this.
Yes, she was.
She
loved
like,
every second
let's
of it.
go.
The moment that the climate changed in the room is when he turns to Joey.
Yes.
And he comes up so close to her and is holding her face and it's like caressing her and calling her my Joey.
Yes.
It's gross.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just forcefully kisses her.
Yeah, and she pushes him, and he falls face first into his driver's license cake.
Yeah. And it's so awkward. What led to all of this is that he told her that they are soulmates, that he wants to go back to the way things were, that he wants to be more than friends with her again. And he's arguing. It's one thing to tell somebody, I'm not over you. I will do whatever it takes, even if you're not ready yet. It's one thing to kind of say those things like, I'm still here and I still want to be with you and I'll wait for however long it takes, blah, blah, blah. It's another thing to do what he does. That's like, we're supposed to be together.
Yeah.
And if we're not, then I don't know what I'm going to do. And like, what you said you needed to find yourself, but you ran straight to him and why not me? And I love what she says when they're on the river walk. And she's like, Dawson, do you even remember why we broke up in the first place? It's never been about Jack. Yes. Did she get into a new relationship? Yeah. But there was never any, threat of that being anything, and I think she did know that.
That was not gonna be
the
happily ever after for the rest of her life.
No.
And everybody knew that.
Yeah.
I mean, she makes it perfectly clear that her whole thing was it wasn't Dawson and it wasn't Jack, it was her.
Mm-hmm.
It was that she needed to find herself, to know that she could be a whole person on her own
without him. Mm-hmm.
And she even says that it wasn't about looking for somebody better than Dawson. It was looking for somebody that just wasn't Dawson.
Yeah.
Because it was somebody else that was not as close to her, because she felt like with Dawson, she didn't know where she began and where he ended.
Mm-hmm.
Because she says that she feels like he's kind of invented her.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's a lot to unpack. And I mean, I made a couple different notes throughout this episode about, he's bringing up soulmates, and, teenage first love is tricky. It's deep. It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I wondered at times, is he, it is definitely some form or version of first love. Yes. But at the same time, it's almost like he's wrestling with falling into familiar patterns, or just what feels like his backup plan, or what he's just pictured his life would probably be, with just him and Joey. And a lot of that just comes from the fact that he's inexperienced in love and in life.
Mm-hmm.
So without knowing anything else, like that's all he sees for his future, because that's all that he knows to see. Does that make sense?
Now.
Right.
I mean, this is asking a lot of a teenage boy, but she has spent 15 years
True.
knowing that she loves him and wants to be with him.
Yes.
And as we've said before, now he sees it, and he cannot give her the space and the time that she's asking for.
No, because at the end, he tells her, she's saying that, she's still got to find herself.
Mm-hmm.
And I know his whole crash, I think, looking for Joey.
Oh my gosh. Where's my Joey?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I could have slapped him.
Yeah.
I could have slapped him in a few different places. But anyway, he tells her, could you please do it quickly? I'm like, you're so selfish.
Yeah.
You are so selfish, dude.
It is. Like, she spent 15
Calm down.
years.
Y'all are 16. Mm-hmm. You got your whole lives ahead of you.
But it's now that he's ready, everybody else should just be ready and on board too.
Well, you know what's funny? And forgive me if you're a teenager and you're listening, but to think that, like 16, like I'm ready right now for big life. Okay. Yeah. Not just real life, big life.
I'm 34
marriage,
and I'm not ready.
Kids, and the whole thing. Exactly. That's where I'm coming to.
Like,
you think you're ready, but honey, the real world is coming and it ain't what you think it's gonna be. Just put your big girl britches on, buckle up your shoes, and get ready.
Yep.
Or in the words of Boy Meets World, life is hard, get a helmet.
Yeah. I mean, Dawson lives in such a black and white world.
Yes.
I mean, Pacey even brings up, like, you don't live in a movie. It's not, the happy ending that you anticipate all the time. But he lives in such a black and white world that it's like, but you did love me. I love you. Why can't we be together? There is no, he cannot understand the abstract, which really, like, that was the whole thing with her art. And that was that whole conversation. He cannot. His brain does not work that way, which in turn, his heart does not work that way.
Correct. And at the same time, too, I feel like Joey makes a couple of really strong statements throughout this episode about, that, feeling like we're normal or like we've arrived or that we've, when we get in these moments where we're just circling this whole vicious cycle of feeling inadequate or like we've not accomplished as much as we need to, or just we're not happy with where we are. Do we ever really feel like we get there? I mean, yes, there's moments in life where we achieve things, but I know that even in those moments, I still fight the feeling of, well, I could have done that better. Basically, you like fighting that feeling of there's still always better that we could achieve or more we could do or just whatever. It kind of comes back to this whole, like, are you ever going to feel like you really know who you are? Or like finding yourself, that's a moving target.
Yep.
I mean, I still feel like at our age it can be a moving target.
That's the beauty though of, and this really, I mean, this is the journal, my book.
Right.
Like we can change and we can rewrite, so to speak.
Yes.
Change our minds, decide something else. Find, not like change who we are, not that, but like we are allowed to change our likes and our dislikes over time also, which can include people.
Right. And sometimes reinventing ourselves is necessary.
Yes. It's not fake. It is. It is absolutely necessary, sometimes for survival.
Correct. I mean, there's legitimate reasons to need to. But at the end of it, I just come back to the thought that what Joey can't fully see yet, or what I feel like Joey can't fully see yet, is that part of the reason that she feels this way is just because they're not supposed to be together. And she can't quite compute that because, again, the only thing that they know is each other. And that just comes with, you haven't had a whole lot of life or love experience yet.
And when I think back to when I was in middle school and even high school, I thought that I was going to spend the rest of my life in that town. So, and even though Joey doesn't want to, she does deep down think that she's never getting out of Cape Side.
Right.
But when you are confronted with the possibility that this person you have loved forever may not be the one you're supposed to be with, she's not fully ready to admit that yet, but that is what it is. You're right. It's scary of like, but who else then?
Right.
What else is there? Because when you think you're not, you have no idea what's coming. 16 is so, not to sound like, oh, we've lived so many, we're so old and wise, but do you know how many lives I have lived in 34 years? Do you know how many lives I've lived in 4 years?
And more lives than a cat.
I have lived more lives in the, how long have I lived here? In the 4 years? Oh my gosh. This summer is 4 years that I've lived here. I have lived more lives in the 4 years I've lived here than I did in the 30 years before that in Mississippi.
I know.
Like, it's insane.
Yes.
What can happen. And that's not, I'm not saying things can't open up if you're in the same town you grew up in. That's not what I mean. I mean, you grew up in the Birmingham area and you live here. So I'm not saying that whatsoever. It's a mindset change that happened in me. That could happen me living in the same place I grew up. It could have happened in, another country. Like, it does not matter. what can change when you're just open to it?
Right.
But they have no idea.
It's
They're not ready.
finding a place to be comfortable with not having all the answers.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? When you don't have all the answers, how fun is it to just live and see? I know.
It can
I know.
be.
For some
Some of it's not. Some of it's not.
For some people who like need a structure in a way of like knowing what's coming.
It just depends on the situation, okay?
Yeah. I am a control freak. So I like to plan. But you throw me out there and like I'm open to whatever, but then let me make a plan for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, you're gonna move to you're gonna move to Tennessee next year. Cool. Okay. I'm open to that, but now let me make a plan for it. You know, or like let's figure out what this plan is, Lord. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just be. I'm not real good when God tells me, "Hey, go there right now." I haven't had time to prepare and see what the parking situation is.
Right.
You know, I'm one that's looking up the parking decks in the area.
No, I get that. Or better yet, I'm like, what time can I get there so that I can park on the street and not have to pay to park?
I avoid the street.
Well, see, I don't want to have to pay to park in the parking deck, but at the same time,
lots. I get it. No, I don't want to park on the street. You got broken into.
Well, that one time, but that's a whole nother story.
We turned that into a fun side note, but
yeah, sorry.
No, I mean, it is a lesson to be learned, and it is a lesson even for us that we're only 34, and while there are days where it's like, oh God, we're 34.
Yeah.
Other days, like when you think about, there's still so much left. Do you know what I mean? Like
there is.
So there is no arrival.
No.
Is really what I think about. Like there is no arrival because if I want to change what I'm doing at 45, I can.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to pick up and move at 55, I can. Will it look a little different? Probably. But I can still do that. Yeah. I'm in a different season. So I know like when you have a family, it does look a little different. Yeah. You still reserve the right to do that though if it's what's best for your family.
Exactly.
I don't even want to harp on this storyline, but Jen and Ty, why in the world is he still in the picture? Because I really thought she's broken up with him for the past 3 episodes. I guess he just won't take no for an answer though.
No, he is reaching the point of like psycho creepy at this point.
He is a textbook narcissist though.
Yes, but he is
it had to be his idea. He's now the one who's breaking up with her. Even though for the past 3 episodes, she's been saying all of this to him.
I know.
Now it's his idea though.
It's got to be his idea before it even computes. Yes, but like his whole I'm trying to find the words for this. When he's trying to talk to her about how like she turns him on and that it might get out of hand and he's afraid of it getting out of hand. Oh, I mean, all this is just, it makes my skin crawl. And it doesn't.
Then he goes on to slut shame her.
Yes. And here she is, and she says this at the end that like, for once she was actually like looking forward to something pure or like that wouldn't cross those lines.
Innocent.
Yes. Just a kiss. Being just a kiss. Now, granted, we also know that she's pushing lines and trying to almost
in the car. Yeah.
Right. See how
she's
far.
Like, this is not my fault. Well, you are on top of him.
Yeah. No.
But then he takes it too far and he's like, you are tempting me. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I really think that yes, she's tempting you, but if she wanted to tempt you, she'd go a lot harder if she wanted to. There's a lot worse that she could do.
That she would have slapped him.
Know.
Oh my gosh. It's that whole conversation of like, well, you were wearing that, but then, what were you wearing?
Yeah, you were asking for it.
Oh. Disgusting.
there's so much that goes into that. I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole.
No, because it's
But-
also, that's not a black and white situation either.
No.
It's not what. Anyway, no, we're not going there.
No.
This is not an episode of Law and Order SVU.
Right, but I mean, his whole comments on that it might get out of hand. He wasn't being sweet.
No,
It was like giving serial killer vibes.
He's been given that from the beginning.
He has, yes. But it doesn't help. I've watched a couple of serial killer documentaries in the last week, so I'm like, and that's not really my vibe anyway. Like to watch that, guess that's not my jam. But somehow I've
found yourself on that side of Netflix.
Yes. But anyway, just him on her porch, sitting there alone in the freezing cold, waiting on her, just to tell her that I don't think we need to be together. And she's like, "Are you kidding me? I've already been saying this.
That goes without saying.
Yeah, like this was not necessary.
Yeah."
It's
gross. Like
it's beyond stalker.
Yes.
It's full blown creep.
Like if we did not know from season 1 that the creepy prank phone calls were Cliff, we would think it was this guy that we didn't even know yet. Like he would do something like that.
Yeah.
I hope this was it and he's gone. Because I've been thinking that for the past 3 episodes, honestly. And he keeps popping back in like they're in a full-blown relationship.
Well, even when they tried to kiss a couple of times, like there's no chemistry there. And, I made the comment.
The way he talks about the church, he talks like it is a cult.
Yes, he does. That's offensive to me.
Well, and I know there are cults, but, right.
But the way that he talks about... And even this is where he's... I have problems with the way that he talks to her about her, to her.
Yeah.
That we're different types of people.
I'm at church on Sunday morning.
Yes. And then she finishes his sentence for him and says, "And I'm a Saturday night slut." Anyway, it's just it's just not gonna work. No. Okay, it's not working out. It's not gonna work. You just need to hit the road. Like, okay, I'm glad that you are finally on the same page as me now. Bye-bye.
He's not.
Go.
Do you know there was one movie. Did you catch it?
I don't pay attention to that for some reason. I will try, but it just doesn't.
This was also the 90s, so it is like it's movies that we don't necessarily talk about on a daily basis or rewatch or...
No, I mean, I caught their comments about Ellen and some other stuff,
but when he's having his crash out on Jack and he's like, the movie is called In and Out. It's from 97. He's like, he's in, he's out. He's in, he's out.
Gotcha.
There's a movie called In and Out, apparently.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Didn't know that. Okay.
So I'm ready for my rating before we spin a wheel if you are.
Yeah.
I'm going a 6.
Okay.
I would have given it a 5, but because of how funny it was, I bumped it up.
Well, I was going to give it a 6, but because of how funny it was, I decided to give it a 7.
Is this the first time you've ever been higher than me?
Yeah. Well, no. I feel like we've had one other one that I rated higher and you did not.
I don't remember. How funny it was definitely bumped it up. It was, but I 5 is just because it was like, other than the funny aspects of it, it's just like nothing really was that. It's like it's a repetitive storyline with Jack, and I know like that's not going to be solved in one episode. I appreciate that part that we don't wrap a bow on it,
right?
But it's like, okay, we've got the Dawson and Joey again, and who just cares anymore? Jen and this new boy, and
right.
So it just was. I'm done.
Well, with this one being a 7, I know that I gave the last episode a 7.
Yeah.
But I liked this one better because this one had more jovial qualities than the last one.
For us. and Dawson and Andie.
Well, yeah, but
everyone else is a little serious.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm getting at the comedic relief.
Yeah.
So, in that regard,
Yeah.
but
I struggled. I said this before we started. I struggled with an MVP moment because it's like there were some funny moments, but the character themselves don't necessarily deserve to be the most valuable, you know?
I mean, there's an arguable moment of saying that the MVP could be Pacey, where he's trying to just clean up damage control in the middle of the jazz bar. In a way, it could just be Annie McPhee being funny and letting it all loose.
The body glitter.
Yeah. In a way, it could be, Joey for trying to organize this whole surprise birthday party.
Yeah. Bessie's hair.
I know. I mean, there were so many things in this episode that, looking back, those were iconic.
Yeah. But usually in the past few episodes,
styles.
things have stood out and been like, that is the moment right there for me. And we've had different ones, obviously, but sometimes it's been like a scene, sometimes it's been a character as a whole. But this one, it's just like, there's some different moments that stand out, but not to me.
I mean, you could give an MVP to Dawson for just putting it all out there, but
he's gonna regret it.
Yeah,
he's gonna regret it.
I know. And of course, it's really not necessary to talk about the aftermath of
the throwing up.
Yeah, him and Andie in the bathroom.
They were so sweaty. I mean, dripping.
I was like, my God, did y'all have food poisoning too? I mean, like,
it was.
Oh, wow. Lord. Yeah.
Maybe James Van Der Beek's acting was my MVP. Like how he had his.
That's mainly what I mean.
Yeah. Just the whole, as a whole.
Yes.
The funny moment.
Yes. Really playing into, but not overboard.
Yeah.
This character.
What
this episode.
Anxious for is like how it's almost like the Dawson Larry apology tour, like what's going to happen in the next episode of like, is it going to be one of those things where he just kind of pretends it didn't happen and we just all move on about our business, or does he apologize specifically to people because he should? But Andie just gets away scot-free because she didn't say anything hurtful, but she was wrong.
She was.
She's having to deal with that on her own, though.
Yeah.
And throwing up and sweaty and her body glitter.
I know, that's what I was about to say, all that body glitter.
Oh, gosh. Gail's never getting that bathroom clean.
No.
Okay, it's my turn to spin. Are you ready? We have 4 options.
Okay.
What will it be? Okay. It was almost reviews. But it is kill, keep, rewrite.
Ooh, that's tough. Kill, keep, or rewrite.
I think once again
I would kill Ty.
Oh, that's a good one. I was gonna say Abby once again, but Ty's a good one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ty gone. And then I would keep the whole just unraveling situation that went on throughout this episode. And I would rewrite. I don't know what I would rewrite.
I think
if I've killed Ty out of it.
I think I would. This episode specifically, I would rewrite the whole thing with Jack and Abby. And just all of that conversation.
Good point.
I mean, because that could be rewritten in a different way.
Yes.
Instead of, if we're killing Ty, that could be rewritten.
Yes.
To where it still shows her true personality.
Very good idea.
Evil
Yes.
Satan.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then I would keep the entire open mic.
Yes,
yes. Whole thing.
That's from there
awesome.
To the birthday party. I would keep all of that.
The full crash out. Yeah.
Yes.
Cut before he forces his kiss on Joey.
Yes.
Because that was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But yes, okay.
There
I
it
love
is.
it. I love
me
it so
too.
much.
It's a wrap on today's episode. If you loved hanging out with us, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube, where you can watch this full video. And follow us on Spotify so you never miss a rewatch. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok for clips, behind-the-scenes moments, and all the nostalgia your heart can handle. Leave us a comment, rate the show, share the episode with a fellow roomie, because it truly helps more than you know, and we love hearing from you. We'll be back every Tuesday and Thursday with more laughs, more nostalgia, and of course, more rewatches. Until then, keep the remote close, the memories closer, and as always, be kind. Rewind and press play again. Bye, roomies.
Bye. I overthought that one. I wasn't fully prepared, and then I hesitated.
I really thought, is she not going?
I overthought that one.
It's
I
okay.
did. I
That's
definitely
okay.
did. Roll the credits. Press play again. 2 roommates, 1 remote is fully DIY. Editing, us. Producing, also us. Recording, yep, still us. Posting it everywhere, shockingly, us again. 2 roommates, 1 remote, 0 team. So please clap accordingly. Thank you very much.